Articulation Radio. Articulation. 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 Articulation.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another informative and entertaining episode of Articulation Radio. I am your host, the Honorable Joaquin Man. You know how we do things here at Articulation Radio. We will start off the day's episode by taking a glance at the news headlines, and today's news segment is sponsored by bepublished.org.
Here are three of the news headlines I saw today, Friday, August 20th, 2024, when visiting EliteValuesNews.com on your behalf. Water is flooding everywhere as torrential rain sweeps through West and Central Africa. Mexico president blames U.S. for cartel killings as violence surges in Sinaloa after leaders are arrested. And Just Heal Bro takes place today at 6:30 p.m. in Chicago. Those are three of the news headlines I saw when visiting EliteValuesNews.com. Be sure to head over at any minute within any hour on any day to check out the headlines under any of the multiple categories on which they report, because as you know, so much happens in this world of ours, and the staff at Elite Values News makes it a point to keep you abreast of as much as possible. Head on over right now to EliteValuesNews.com and get your feel of the news today. I am Goddess Sage reporting live.
Looking for the latest news? Visit Elite Values News. EliteValuesNews.com has all the latest news and information. Check out the headlines hourly. EliteValuesNews.com. Visit now.
Would you like a motivational speaker to come to your company or organization to speak to your group? Visit Life'sPurposeMinistries.com. That's Life'sPurposeMinistries.com.
This First is Your is brought to you by Life's Purpose Ministries and comes to you from Exodus 35, verse 5 of the King James Version of the Holy Bible. And it reads, "Take ye from among you an offering unto the Lord. Whosoever is of a willing heart, let him bring it, an offering of the Lord, gold and silver and brass." That comes from Exodus 35:5. Blessed be the reader and the hearers of the word.
Do you want to be published? Are you looking for a high-quality, low-cost way to be published with a fast turnaround? Visit bepublished.org to publish today. www.bepublished.org. bepublished.org. Publish today. Books, movies, and music. Listeners, we love you, we hear you, and I am the man who's happy to be here with you today on this another nice episode of Articulation Radio. We have a topic that we're going to cover today, so open up your ears.
I first would like to introduce a special visitor with us this evening.
Man. Every time I began to explain how hard it is to be me, I get ready to express myself, but then I get the vibe that they don't even want to hear me. But I got the voice that is powerful. See, I was transformed into focus, giving faith, only knowing ultimately that one day I would succeed. But my dreams are my dreams. And for those that don't believe, watch me.
Too black, too strong, too strong, too strong.
My friends, and it's like that. Yeah, it's like that. They thought I couldn't do it. Well, I'm back again. Break it down, twist it up, and blow it in the wind. Lean back to the side, and let your seats recline. I'm about to give you this dope dish to ease your mind. A monster was made of me to one day have the wisdom to defeat the evil beast. And it looks nothing like me. A enhancement of enchanting beauty, a real queen who stands before thee, conquering all emotional thoughts through my tears. For those who ever marked me shall bow at my feet. And to you that may seem speechless to expose your feelings towards me, your mouths will be made open to prove you never doubted me, but was just unsure of my worth. Guidance of your heart will soon be mine, and I am then made to say that I am truly one of a kind. You snakes in sheep's clothing, beware, for I call and hunt you out in despair. That you have defiled me as your queen, and now you are made a disbeliever that is unprepared for focus. Truth spoken, I am she that lies beneath her lyrics. Born ahead of the game, proclaim my fame, ever spoke my name in destroyable blame. What a shame that you now have to catch up just to stay focused. Crown me, how dare you disbelieve in your queen.
ARTistReview.com. All artists need a platform. The Artist Review makes sure you have the one you need to put your work in front of your fans. ARTistReview.com. artist REVUE.com.
They say that things will change in time, but how much longer must I wait? I hunger for your love. Don't go away and leave me stranded all alone. Please take me everywhere you go. I will feel right at home. And I wanna be a part of your life. Don't leave me stranded all alone. Good things will come in time, so I've waited for your love. But I hunger for your kiss. I miss your touch so much. And I wanna be a part of your life. Don't leave me stranded all alone. If I had to live my life without you, I think I would rather be born in another place and time. If I had to go through life without you, how empty my world would be. I hope that things will change for the better, not for worse. But I will stay right by your side, for richer or poor. And I wanna be a part of your life. Don't leave me stranded all alone.
Are you a senior who's seeking a lifestyle club that's centered around you? If you are aged 55 and older, visit The Sitting Room. Their website is sittingroom.xyz. That's sittingroom.xyz. sittingroom.xyz. The Sitting Room, sittingroom.xyz, where savvy seniors socialize, get event invites, and merchandise by visiting sittingroom.xyz today.
Today's episode of Articulation Radio was kicked off with Disbelievers by Queen Focus, aka Miss Kiki. After that, you heard Part of Your Life, written by Myron Mills, performed by Goddess Sage. And before I play for you Latin Funk 2 by Johan Hainuyen, let me explain to you why today's episode is titled Making Accommodations. Because, of course, Goddess Sage will be coming on here shortly. Right after I roll that cut, right after I roll Latin Funk 2, Goddess Sage is going to share some tips on ways you can make accessibility a reality for people who have altered capabilities. So be sure to stay tuned, people, and spread the word. Share this episode.
You are listening to Articulation Radio. Head on over to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts.
Have you always wanted to start a business but can't seem to get it off the ground? Visit theconglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work. Start your new business today.
Do you frequently shop online and you're looking for a new place to shop? Join the club, JeffersonTaylor.club, where models, designers, inventors, and other creators offer customers the best products at fair prices. Jefferson Taylor, JeffersonTaylor.club. Join the club. Shop today, JeffersonTaylor.club.
Listeners, thank you so much for your time. It is always a pleasure to be here among such great people. And as you know, today I'm just going to talk briefly about the importance of making accommodations. And I will share with you all a few ways that you can make accessibility a reality for people with altered capabilities. And I know a lot of you are like, oh, you talking about disabled people? You talking about handicapped people? Yes, all of that. But of course, as we know, some people, yes, will consider themselves disabled. Some people consider themselves handicapped, but other people are like, no, I'm just not able to do what I used to be able to do, or I'm not able to do it in that same way. And that's why I like saying altered capabilities, people with altered capabilities. And I'm going to attempt to keep this as brief as possible for you. But as we know, when we're dealing with anything that's as heavy and hefty as this topic, then there is no quick answer. And the quickest answer even will be one that will leave people with questions, because as we know, in general, yes, make the accommodation. That's the quick answer. Do what needs to be done to assure someone has the same access to something that you have, whether it means just like you are able to come up to a building and enter that building and go to whatever floor on that building you want to, anyone should be able to do that despite any physical ailment or anything that they're dealing with. Anyone should have that same option to do that. And if that means that for me, I can just take the stairs, another person may need a ramp. Another person may need a lift. And that's why, as we know, there are even some people who are like, hey, I just never do elevators because I've gone through the trouble of being stuck on an elevator before, 14th floor. I would rather climb 21 flights of stairs than to take an elevator. And so, again, making sure that whatever is there for whatever method a person is able to actually utilize to accomplish whatever goal. We should make sure that all of those options are available. We should not just think of what it is that we need in order for us to get things done. We should also think about what others may need in order to get those done, because we each have different capabilities. While yes, for the most part, we all can hear, we all can talk, we all hear and talk at different levels and at different rates. So first of all, the first thing I would recommend, and really I just have two main pieces of advice for being able to do better when it comes down to making accommodation and ways that we can make accessibility of reality for people with the alter capabilities. And number one is just stop the awkward interactions. And number two is be intentional about removing barriers. And these things will go to every single thing that you can think of. And of course, when it comes down to the awkward interactions, that's the main thing that is, I would say, something that if people were to do that, it would make such a great difference and would definitely make it easier for people to be intentional about removing barriers. And so let me start there, and then I'll come back to number one, because it's so many different examples of the awkward interactions. And we really have to stop this, people. We really have to stop this. And it's so interesting how people, even with their own children, their own relatives, friends, family, they are very careful, particular, even soft when it comes down to those things. But when it comes down to other people, just so disconnected, have absolutely no sense of empathy. Apathy seems to be the only thing they do have. Just sympathy is totally not even a part of it. Just apathy is all that people seem to have that they can readily give to someone else. And that needs to change, because of course people want to act as though they have sympathy for a person. But if you cannot even empathize with a person, you definitely cannot sympathize with them. But at any rate, we all should be intentional about whatever way we can make things easier for someone else, especially someone who we know has things a little bit more difficult than we do because of the fact that they have an alter capability. And we can start with things like I've given the example before about buildings and even services, because as we know, sometimes you would say, oh, just say what you want. That may be easy for you and I, but some people really do have problems gathering their thoughts or expressing their thoughts or feeling like it's okay to express that. So not only is it sometimes that we may need to maybe widen some doors to make sure that it's enough room for someone to come in if they have like a oversized wheelchair, or have it to where we add in a ramp, or have it to where we make it a point to talk a little slower. Not saying that you slow it all the way down where the person gets offended, but just being more aware of your cadence and saying it in a way to where whomever is listening would have a chance to allow your words to settle and soak, Yeah. So, and I know that I do that a lot too, get to talking real fast. And I'm sure when I get to number one, I'm just going to be going through, and definitely forgive me on that. But if I catch me doing that, I will slow it down, because sometimes we have to do that. But in addition to, yes, being intentional about removing barriers when it comes down to people being able to access buildings, to access services, also to obtain and maintain employment. We should also remove those barriers. Make sure that your job descriptions are not, I would say, long drawn out things that are full of a whole bunch of just company fluff,
Make sure that your job description goes directly into what it is that you're looking for. Keep it as brief as possible. Outline all the things that are a natural part of that job so that way anyone would clearly know what it is that is needed, but no one would be able to have anything that later could possibly confuse them or throw them off or things like that, or trigger them, things like that. And even maintaining that employment, making sure that there's a two-way street to everything, and that you understand that sometimes this person may need a little bit more time, even if they don't remind you every single time that, hey, I have this going on, so I may not be able to do it as fast as other people. You should, as the supervisor or the manager or the hiring manager, HR, whatever, company owner, you should know not only your work environment, but also your workers, and should always be able to step in and assure that every need is able to be met, so that way every requirement is able to be fulfilled. And so going through and being clear about things and remembering who we have working for us, what their limitations are, and of course encouraging them to not beat themselves up, because again, mental health really does matter, and to have it to where we have our colleagues and staff and our workers at their best, and they are able to perform at their optimal level because of the fact that they do have their mental health at its most optimal level, then that's going to benefit us all. And I would say also, we have to be intentional about removing barriers when it comes down to housing and government assistance with acquiring housing, as well as applying for government assistance. Because for people with altered capabilities, as you already know, the problem and the trouble that you have looking for housing and being able to go through and do any repairs when it comes down to your place, or assure that whomever is supposed to do that work does that work. Imagine what it's like for someone who is not able to do as much as you can do, or who does not have the connections you have. Even more difficult, even more stressful. And for some, that's the reason why you see a lot of their places in such squalor and in such disrepair, even though they have people who say that, I'm the caretaker, or I take care of all the maintenance, but yet you see things that are not being maintained or taken care of. So definitely, we have to be aware of that, as well as assuring that when it comes down to people applying for any assistance that they need, whether it's government assistance or whether it's, the personal assistance, that they are able to get the barriers removed from that, whether that means making sure that this person has someone who is able to kind of walk them through the application, or if the person is not able to see well, that person is assured to, number one, make sure you get whatever medical care you need, get whatever glasses you need. But also, it may be that the person might need a Braille form of that application. So see what other versions of the application exist. See whether it's possible for someone who, say if a person has a problem writing, say the arthritis or something has it to where they cannot write, is there someone who could fill it out for them? Or is there a method available to where the person can hear the questions and then answer the questions verbally, and have it to where the system actually fills in those prompts? And I see, I'm sure you all see where I'm going, right? How we have to begin to think more about not only the next person, but also our next phase. None of us know when something that we're able to do now, when suddenly we won't be able to do it, or when a loved one of ours who always does XYZ suddenly will wake up one day and cannot do that. And how will that person react? How will their life change? How will your life be affected from that? How will you react? So it's a lot to it. And I think that if we could just take time out, to think about that, especially today, Friday the 13th, the day that a lot of people are like, oh, this and that bad is going to happen, this bad is going to happen, all this bad luck. Turn it into a day of good luck.
How about that? Make it a point to where you are intentionally looking out for someone else today. And let's go ahead and back on up to that. Stop the awkward interactions. And then, of course, once I'm done with this, I'll be able to turn it back over so Joaquin Man can get to playing some more great music for you all. And for those of you who are just tuning in, of course, my name is Goddess Sage, and you are listening to Articulation Radio. And I am sharing some information for you about making accommodations and some ways that you can make accessibility a reality for people with altered capabilities. And the main thing that I really want to drive home is that we really need to stop the awkward interactions. Really stop. And even if you see your children, grandchildren doing it, stop them from doing that. Help your children, your family develop a bit better. Okay? Stop the awkward interactions. Stop the uncomfortable situations that we put people in. Stop being so dismissive of people, and even some of the night. Well, let me just share with you all just a few tips, because I don't want to so I'm just going to try to keep it surface, okay? Because as we know in general, proper language, period, shows respect, and it builds rapport no matter what group of people you're dealing with or what environment you find yourself in. And I would say first start with, try to practice first person language instead of saying, so-and-so is autistic. Why not say so-and-so is a person who has autism? Or instead of saying, so-and-so is a quadriplegic, just say so-and-so is a person who uses a wheelchair. So let's do that. Let's go with what they call person first language instead of complication first or situation first or illness first. Let's go with person first language. So a person who uses a wheelchair, a person who has XYZ, or a person who has overcome ABC, or a person who struggles with XYZ. Acknowledge the person. And then the next thing would be avoid euphemisms. So I would say this would be number 3. Avoid euphemisms. And with that, and how people, different people are different. But we know a lot of people at funerals love the eulogies, love for people to get up and say all of this feel good stuff that usually is not true. About the person. They may say some truths about some true good things the person did, but they never tell everything that they know, that they remember, and that people can remember when they think of that person. They only talk about the good. They never acknowledge the bad, and thus the hypocrisy that a lot of people see when people get up and eulogize people, And so the same way that in general you want to avoid eulogizing, definitely avoid euphemisms. Just don't even lie. Don't even try to smooth things over. Don't say things in a way to where you think, this sounds nicer and this is more palatable. This is something that they can accept. It's not offensive. And no, actually, it's really bad. Euphemisms, for instance, people say things like, he has special needs. Who don't have special needs? Everybody got needs, and everybody have some needs that are more special than others. But to say special needs as if it's something, you see what I mean? No, so get away from that. Don't say a person has special needs, or a person is differently abled, or a person is handy-capable, because I know some people say, but don't say handicapped, say handy-capable. No. Handy-capable, I hope we all are handy and capable. And as far as differently abled, we all are differently abled, because you are able to do things differently than what I am, or you may choose to do things differently than I am, or, come on, we all have different gifts, different talents, so we all are differently able. So let's avoid those euphemisms altogether. No more special needs, differently abled, special, short, bus, handicap. Well, I'm coming back to that part so let's stop that. Let's stop the euphemisms, the things that we think are making things sound better and really they're making it worse. And let's also, avoid those other outdated terminology, like you heard me mention before, the handicapped or short bus, or even when people saying crazy, we really have to stop saying that. Let's stop saying that, even wheelchair bound, bedridden, all those things. So we really have to stop that, people. We have to do better. And also, let's see, what number would that be? Let's see. I would say I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd say like number 5. Let's always ask somebody before trying to assist them with something, because it's really not good to assume someone is not able to do something. Just because you are. And again, another one of those awkward interactions, you all have probably even seen it, where someone is coming up, or, they're trying to, I would say, get themselves through a door, and another person is like, oh, let me get that for you. Let me hold the person like, no, I got the door. Then the other person like, no, I'll hold it for you. And then the person with the chair is like, I got it already, but, and it just becomes this whole thing, so no, ask someone before assisting them, say, would you like some help? Or, hey, is it okay if I grab this? Oh, let me get that real quick, because I'm running so fast. Let me pause for a minute and let you go through first. And that way, that'll give you a chance to, yes, you can still hold the door like you want, and you can still give them time to go through without them feeling rushed. And you can be acknowledging the fact that, oh, okay, yeah, you were trying to do this. Let me pause up. Let me slow up. And so that way it can kind of take the pressure off. Or just ask them, hey, would it be okay if I held this for you? Or, hey, do you need some help? And if they say yes, great. But if they say no, take that no as the answer and still be gracious about it and be like, okay, well, have a good day. Let me know if you need something, or if you change your mind, however way you want to handle it. But if they say no, let that be it. Don't say, well, you sure look like you need help. No. Okay, no. And of course, definitely don't just be reaching out to grab somebody's stuff either. I would say this will be number 6, I guess that'll be number 6. Yeah. Like that'll be number 6. Like, do not just touch somebody or start grabbing their stuff or even touching their wheelchair, or trying to, even if you see a person going up a ramp or the thing is kind of giving them trouble, don't touch their wheelchair. Don't even start, if you see that they've dropped their cane, don't immediately bend down to pick up their cane. Let them pick up their own cane. Whatever it is, just give a person a chance. Don't just assume certain things, So yeah, ask. Don't just touch someone or their wheelchair or assistive device, and definitely not their service animal either, without permission, naturally. But I would say with the service animal, not at all, because the service animals, they're not group pets. And a lot of people do that with people. They see them with a service animal, and now, everybody want to come rub the German Shepherd. Everybody want to play with the little dog, or, no, that's unacceptable. Your service animal should not be being rubbed on by a lot of people. People shouldn't be bringing your service animal food and things. That's no. And if you do have a relationship with someone who they've allowed you to do that, that's great. But that's for you. Don't go around telling everybody else, every Friday I got to bring so-and-so, or I bring so-and-so. So yeah, you bring some too. Don't do that. Just ask permission before you extend something to someone else just because a person has told you you can do that. Don't just spread that to everyone else, okay? And I would say for like my last tip, because I know that, this is going on a bit. So I would say for my tip number 7, if you're speaking to a person and they happen to need an interpreter, this person happens to need an interpreter, or even if they need someone to translate, speak directly to that person while you are getting the assistance of the translator or the interpreter, and don't just have it to where you are only talking to the interpreter or the translator. For instance, don't say, tell her I said that we need for her to be sure to have everything with her when she comes. No, just say, well, I need for you to be sure to have everything with you when you come. And then, of course, the interpreter or the translator will translate that for you. So, just be aware of how it's so easy. Well, I guess this would be number 8. Be aware of how it's so easy for so many people to be overlooked and to be discounted and discarded. And just make sure that you're not doing anything that could feed into the harm that they've already gone through or that they are continuing to undergo, especially in certain environments, even among certain groups of people. We know that there are certain groups of people who are not loving, affectionate people, and that when people are around those people, they have a higher chance of being mistreated. So we just have to make sure that we are doing our best to have it to where those people who we have been trusted with caring for, even if for a brief moment, that we're giving them the adequate attention, the proper care, the best guidance that we can give, as well as the adequate support that they need so that they can accomplish those things that is meant for them to accomplish. And for any of you who are listening, if there are any other tips that you can come up with or anything else that you would like to share on this topic, do feel free to reach out to us. Of course, you already know you can head on over to our website, ARTiculationMedia.club, and leave your thoughts there. You are also welcome to, on the video, once this episode airs, you can always go through and drop your comments there as well, and we can always get the dialogue going there. But you are also welcome to at any time. Like we always say, if there's anything that we do that inspires you to make any kind of move, bust that move, baby. If hearing this makes you want to get out and make a difference, whether it makes you want to volunteer, go out and volunteer. There are a lot of organizations who need your help. Also, if this has it to where it inspires you to say, create something, whether books, movies, music, do it. Whatever it is, artwork, whatever, do it. But the main thing is take action, because all we have is right now. And so find a way to right now do something drastically fulfilling for yourself. Make an accommodation today for yourself, and then that way you will be able to be literally a living exemplar of how you can make accommodations for others too. Go ahead and make it happen. Fulfill your dream. Bring on that joy, and be sure to bring on that healing and love to someone else. Joaquin, man, I'm going to turn this on over to you. Articulation listeners, be sure to stay tuned for this next great cut that Joaquin is about to roll for you. Talk to you soon.
Listeners, are you ready? Here's some more music for you. Keep this show going now.
With a name, but in our longing hearts, we're all the same. We can make it happen, turn things around. Let's be the change we want to see about.
just heard Links in a Chain by Martin Kohlberg featuring Michael Jaffe. Up next is Diamond Love by Kelly Engstrom featuring Jimmy Burney, followed by My Number One by Wild Son featuring Ed Mills, and Evil by Daddy Daytona featuring Pride and Marcy Largo.
Articulation Radio thanks you so much for listening. So head on over right now to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts on today's episode. In the meantime, we're going to keep the show rolling for you.
Are you looking for grant writers, technical writers, creative writers, academic writers, any kind of writers? Head to the Writers Consortium. Their website, writersconsortium.us, www.writersconsortium.us, the Writers Consortium, writersconsortium.us, for all of your writing needs. Think of it, they can produce it for you. They are the ghost writers to the top people.
Weddings are expensive, but your love is worth it. Go to marryusnow.us to book the Minister of Love to officiate your wedding today. The fee is only $200 if your wedding is in the city of Chicago, and there's only a small fee to get the Minister of Love to travel outside of Chicago to your wedding location. Book the Minister of Love today. Visit marryusnow.us. That's marryusnow.us.
my number one. Girl, you came and changed my ways just when I thought it was all too late. My number one. All that I know is we got it right. That's how we roll and keep it tight. My number one.
Want to buy stocks, jewels, real estate, or other high-end items? Would you love to be able to contribute to charitable initiatives but cannot do these things with the money you currently have? Join Regal City Investment and Social Club, where you can pool money each month with other investors to make major purchases, give to the needy, and possibly turn a profit. www.regalcity.xyz. Become a Regal citizen today by joining Regal City Investment and Social Club. regalcity.xyz.
Struggles are required in order to survive in life. Because in order to stand up, you gotta know what falling down is like. The quality of your attitude will help determine the quality of your life. The quality of your attitude will guard your thoughts accordingly.
The devil told me get it, Granny told me quit it. Bred it from the streets, so I had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Partner in my hand, case a nigga wanna feel it. The devil told me get it. Granny told me quit it. Bred it from the streets, so I had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Partner in my hand, case a nigga wanna feel it.
I just want God to forgive me for my sins. I just wanna rock 6-inch Louboutins. I just want a big ass house on the hill and never have to worry about no motherfucking bills. Left the past behind me cause it hurts so much. Too much done told me down. Wonder if I can build back up. Lord, I need your help now. My enemies wanna see me melt. In a world where they'll kill over a Louis belt. Shit ain't been right since my little brother left. Down and depressed, feeling like my life a mess. Got a lot on my mind, I need to get it off my chest. If it's anything over, then you can keep the rest. Yes, I must confess I fall short of my sins. Just hope and pray he open up the gates and let me in. Up until then, I'ma get this money. Cause the shit don't come when I'm free like funding. Dummy.
Devil told me get it. Granny told me quit it. Bred it from the streets, so I had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Partner in my hand, case a nigga wanna feel it. The devil told me get it. Granny told me quit it. Bred it from the streets, so I had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Partner in my hand, case a nigga wanna feel it. I'm facing demons trying to chase the grind. Clip with loaded nines. Snatch his soul out his body, seeps in his mind. The prophet of the streets will never be another kind. I'm one with my banker, so it's never dead time. You niggas colorblind, and this a red line. Lord, forgive me for the sins that I'm steady trying. You niggas steady dying, protect your bloodline. My youngest move like the wounds, so they stuck with line. My words is very bold, my life a heavy load. Born in the windy, so my heart is very cold. Trying to chase the gold, it's a dirty road. My baby mama tripping, what the fuck I'm with her for? But all I wanna know, is she really go? With my unborn daughter, think I let her go. With my unborn seed, set me as a man and understand the definition of a G and shake the land. Granny told me get it, Granny told me quit it. Bred it from the streets, so I had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Partner in my hand, case a nigga wanna feel it. The devil told me get it. Granny told me quit it. Bred it from the streets, so I had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Had to go and get it. Partner in my hand, case a nigga wanna feel it.
Real life in the ghetto, I rep.
more death about than life, and you got to tuck your feelings. Or get murked like pesticide do mice. White folk come through, cut off the light. Same nigga testified he got light. Used to be the main motherfucker with the work, now the nigga throwing nigga back rocks in the pipe. Need my cut like Argo. Pepper coming like a Marcialago. Potholes in the block, but I still gotta catch that cash. ASAP pronto. The Midwest version of Marlowe. 52 bricks in the cargo. Lord help me, if the Lord set me, some shit been hard though. Been scarred, folk, I got 9 shots in my 4-5. 10 hoe niggas all in my face. 10 hoe niggas I'ma send to hell. Before I eat these niggas I'ma say my grace. I know my place, I know what I'm supposed to be. I did it with the devil approaching me. I'm dealing with a brand new ghost. I seen it before, but she getting way too close to me.
Mama told me get it, Granny told me quit it. Bred it from the streets, so I had to go and get it. Had to go and get it, had to go and get it. Partner in my hand, case a nigga wanna feel it. The devil told me get it, Granny told me quit it. Bred it from the streets, so I had to go and get it. Had to go and get it, had to go and get it. Partner in my hand, case a nigga wanna feel it.
My people, my fam, my folks, I thank you so much. We all here at Articulation Radio, thank you so much for tuning in today and making us a part of what it is that you do. We encourage you to go over to our website, articulationmedia.club, and let us know not only what you think about today's episode, but make sure that your music, your interview, and your ad all take place right here on this station, Articulation Radio. Go to articulationmedia.club right now and hook yourself up. Make sure that you do that so you can hook other people up. But be sure to tune in again on Articulation Radio. We'll catch you again soon. And in the meantime, you already know, keep being a doer, keep being a move maker, and keep making things happen.
Articulation Radio.